This one's tough. Mother uses Christmas card to announce her kindergartner is non-binary. Yeah. So this really reads like this headline from the Gateway Pundit should really say woke parent virtue signals and indoctrinates her kid to become non-binary. A kindergartner, really? Does a kindergartner even know how to spell non-binary, let alone know what it means? You know, when I was in kindergarten, I think I wanted to be like a Ninja Turtle or something. I can't remember. But I certainly don't recall encountering non-binary in my classroom, in my neighborhood, anywhere. Why? Because times were normal then. These times are not normal. So the story, young adult author and Los Angeles mother, Jennifer Chin, said she's so proud of her kindergarten age daughter that she decided she wanted to be non-binary and use they, them, he pronouns. So this is about the parent trying to live through the child and using the child as a pawn to virtue signal, to say, hey, look how woke I am and progressive I am. So in late November, Chin posted the family Christmas card photo on Instagram. The card shows a photo of herself, her husband, and her twin children, Chloe and Clark. The caption of the post reads, I'd like you all to meet Clark, formerly known as Claire. Clark prefers they, them, he pronouns and would like to be known as my kid/son who is non-binary. Clark asks us to tell our friends and family who they are now. Now, this is frustrating to read because it's grammatically incorrect to refer to a single person as they or them. But whatever, none of it has to make sense, right? So she goes on to say that for me, when we've honored their choices to cut out let me start that over. See, because it's so hard to read this grammatically incorrect crap. For me, when we've honored their choices to cut their hair short or wear clothes that feel like them, the joy and light on Clark's face is what lets me know that we are doing the right thing. Oh, really? Is that how it works? When your 5-year-old says that they want to be the opposite gender, in this case, a girl that wants to be a boy, you respond with, okay, I guess that's what, as if you weren't already grooming this child to be the other gender. They introduce their kids to all this new garbage, all this propaganda, all these lies. They're basically teaching their kids lies and screwing their head up. At some point, this is just child abuse, man. So Chin said she was scared of what conservative family members might say. I was scared of what conservative family members on Facebook would think. I feared people would judge my parenting choices on Instagram. The online world is far more terrifying than my liberal Los Angeles neighborhood, where Clark is one of several non-binary children. So, of course, she has her kid in this enclave, this little bubble, where there's a bunch of other little non-binary children to help normalize it for the kid, thinking like, well, look, your friends over there, they're non-binary too. Of course, it's just other parents who think just like her, but that's not the real world. That's not the world. The majority of humanity isn't non-binary. That's just the truth. It's just the reality. I don't say it to be mean. I'm saying it because it's true. The majority of the world does not even understand what this means, let alone why children have to be introduced to it. So if you go anywhere outside of your little bubble in Los Angeles, your kid is going to have a hard time. So anyway, on the rest of this article, Chin claimed that she had suspected for a while that her child might want to be non-binary and said that Claire would prefer to wear shorts rather than skirts. And then she says, it was at that moment I realized that that how we reacted would forever be cemented in my child's mind. I dug a pair of shorts out of the laundry hamper, did a sniff test, that's gross, and handed them over. Clark's tears dried. Their smile appeared. I knelt down to my sweet child. Do you want me to get rid of your skirts and dresses? They nodded. You mean she nodded. So this is a parent bragging about grooming their child. Chin read her child, author Teresa Thorne's It Feels Good to Be Yourself, a book about gender identity, which encouraged Claire to think she could change her gender. So there you go. Reading a book to your child. Think about this. You choose which books you want to buy for your kid, probably even before they're born. I know I did. I picked out a couple different books. And then when they're born, you pick out some different books because you ultimately shape the information that goes into their mind. You are the person that gets to decide what your child reads, what they learn. And so that's why this is grooming. Because, for example, I'll just use me since I'm a parent. I'm going to teach my kid the way the world is, not the way the world I want it to be, and the way that we can change the world through him and how he grows up. Right? He's going to learn that there are two genders, boy, girl, man, woman. It's true in the animal kingdom. We can incorporate books like, look, there's two bunnies, there's two birds, there's two foxes. It's not hard, right? But when you choose strategically to get these books about gender fluidity, that is you pushing your ideology, not nature, not what currently exists, not reality. That is you putting your identity and your ideology in your kid's brain. And to do it at such a young age, instead of letting them experience the world for themselves and be curious and ask questions, you're grooming them. You're starting them off with these ideas that are ultimately going to harm them because, again, like I said, the world isn't like this. There's enclaves and bubbles in Los Angeles and these other little woke areas where it seems like it's normal. But as soon as that kid grows up and goes out into the world, it's going to be harsh. It's confusing all around for kids who grow up normal. Yeah, I'm just saying it. I don't care if it's politically incorrect. Kids who grow up normal and kids who grow up like this, once they interact, both kids are going to be confused. Like, wait, your parents were teaching you that? You know, kids talk. Your parents weren't teaching you that? It just makes it weird, man. Why would you want to set your kid up for this? It's disgusting, and it's just, I think it's child abuse.